Good morning, everybody. We are back for another lesson. This time Connor and Mousy came back, and we worked a lot on rideability, flexibility, and the first couple of lessons we had a couple of gymnastics and grit works. What we like to do today is we're trying to put all the homework that Connor then took home and worked on it by herself a little bit into a course dynamic where we kind of find out where are we now training wise and like prepping for horse show. How good is our whole course dynamic where we know, like, do we stay on the same rhythm? Are we having straightness? Do we have response when we want to wait? Do you want to go? So we're just going to start warming up normally, loosely, like we always do, and then we do some single jumps, and then we're going to start putting some lines together, and then when this all looks smooth, we're definitely going to then start putting the course together and see where we're at. So Connor, you can just start warming up the usual way, nice and loose in your hand, strong in your leg. Let Mouse really float from her hind end into the bit. Try to keep your shoulders a little bit more back and keep your chin up. As soon as you keep your chin up, your whole upper body will unfold tall, because the head is one of the heaviest parts of your body. So whenever you keep your chin down, your shoulders and your back will follow. How was the homework at home?
She was really good. I did a couple of lines last week, not too big. Just practicing keeping her contained.
And how did that work out?
She was actually very rideable.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Then as soon as you step onto the next long side, do a couple of trot extension just by reaching forward in your hand and adding leg. Basically move the bit forward, and then with your leg you push your horse to chase the bit. And then before you get to the short side, you just lift your shoulders taller and lean back and try to do it mostly with your seat rather than your hand. On the next long side, do that again. 5, 6, 7 steps extension. There you push her forward, and now you can already lift up, lean back, and just get that hind end back underneath your horse for a little bit of a collection. There you go, that was good. Good reaction there with the voice. She kind of looked like that she almost would break into the walk. Always remember, like when you lean back and you feel her slowing down, you still got to add a little bit of a leg so that she still moves forward and keeps that hind end underneath there. Go through the diagonal, a little bit of an extension through the diagonal. Nicely done. Next long side, 5, 6 steps of an extension. And now when you ride into the extension, really let her reach for that bit. Really let her reach for that bit. And now you bring your chin up, your shoulders back, and lean back. Slow down your seat. You always can try to adjust your horse's rhythm by slowing down the way you rise out of your tack. If you slow that down, usually the swing in their back starts adjusting to your rhythm, and that way they also slow down. So there's a little bit combinations of a lot of things that you can do without using the bit to change the rhythm. Little bit extension again, now move her forward. Nice. So she's already stepping over almost 2 hoof lengths from the hind to the front. So that hind end is really nicely engaged there. Then on the next long side, downward transition into the walk, preferably no hands. Sit deep. There, very good. Give her a big pet. That was a really good transition. Everything kept moving from the hind end underneath, and you didn't even have to use your hand there, huh? That was really good. Just remember, be a little bit soft, like you can't have too much hand and then ask for that forward movement. Good. And then the next long side, you go a little bit into your 2-point, just nicely out of the tech, but not leaning forward. You still want to keep your chin up so that you basically just raise straight up. And then you give her a little bit more reins. And then you sit down deep and lean back. There was a beautiful transition right there. Next long side, same thing. So when you rise out of the tech, keep your chin up. Don't look down, look up to the trees. There you go. So that is a good 2-point, eh? Very good. Sit down and bring her back. Now right onto the circle, circle around that yellow jump. Open that inside rein, open that inside rein. And always keep your eye where you want to go, okay? So don't look the stride right in front of you. You kind of want to look 5-6 strides out so that you already kind of like have your path where you want to go. Nicely done. As soon as you get to the short side, a downward transition into the walk, please. Oh, don't stand up. Don't stand up. Because when you stand up, I know that you pull yourself with the hand up a little bit, huh? So when you do that downward transition from the, we're going to do that again, but when you do the downward transition from the canter into the walk, it is almost the same principle like trot to walk. You can try to do it with the least amount of handoff possible, especially in the warm-up, because she fires up throughout the course. So you don't want to overuse your hand now because you know you're going to need a lot of it once she starts mowing, right? Yeah. So pick up the canter again. And then when you're on the short side, almost push your hands on the withers and push it away and then lean back really deep. But stay seated in your tack. Like don't stand in your stirrups. Don't stand in your stirrups. Keep moving, keep moving. So, and now when you get to the short side, then you do that downward transition. And you can use your voice.
Oh. Good girl.
There, much smoother. Good. Very good. Awesome. Then switch directions to the right rein. And then we do the same exercise on the right, where on the long side, I want you to be a little bit slightly out of the tack and give a little bit more rein so that your horse can reach forward. Cantering up to the bit. And then on the short side, you sit down. There, that was good, that was good. And the hind end stayed active right there. Now move her up again and just tall. Don't look down, keep your chin up there. And now you sit down deep and just lean back. There, stay on that circle now, again, around that yellow jump. Open that inside rein, don't pull it towards your body. Always remember, the more you pull that rein towards your body, the shorter you make that stride on that inside hind end. You don't want to restrict her moving on the inside. You want to just keep her moving around in a circle by pushing that outside rein and that outside leg. Okay, and then when you get to the next short side again, downward transition into the walk again by just pushing your hand down and forward and leaning back in your tack, and use your voice if you need to. Oh. There, beautiful. Give her a big pet. Awesome. Let her have a little breather. Awesome, yeah, then just pick up a nice working canter and then add a little bit of RPMs to it, especially just for the warm-up. Don't override the first one. And then stay a little bit longer on the rail and keep your eye on the jump. And then as soon as you're ready to make the turn, you open that inside rein, and now you have both hands, both legs. Nicely done. Stay tall, outside stirrup, outside stirrup. There you go, that is fine. Just remember, when you say whoa, don't go into that standing position. Right. Huh? You want to stay leaned back and your seat in the tack. Okay, this is the canter you want to keep. You don't want to go faster, you don't want to go slower. But now stay in your outside stirrup. You don't want her to rush to that inside leg. All good. Oh, you got half a lead change. Stay tall, stay tall, stay tall. For the people at home that are watching now, maybe you quickly just want to give them a quick update what we're talking about your vision, because I don't see that in the videos.
Yeah, so I had a very bad fall about 3 years ago, and it affected my vision. So I have very bad double vision now. So I've recently gotten special prism glasses that are supposed to help me be able to see single, but I've had trouble jumping because I see double of jumps and can't see the base of the jump until I'm probably about this far away from it. So we're testing out the glasses today to see if they work or if I got used to not seeing the jump, I guess.
Yeah. So the very first time Connor came, she opened up with basically like an open statement saying like, just so that you're aware, like with the jumps, I can't really see. And I was like, oh, okay, I heard that message like 100 times before. And I thought like, yeah, okay, I have a bad time finding my distance. That's what I thought. And only towards into the third lesson, I got this story and I was like, oh, so you legitimately can't see. So that's when we're trying to find now a solution where the jumps are a little bit crisper, so we're not just running around in blurry vision. I just put the X-rail up a little bit and I'm gonna just keep it smooth for now while we're still figuring out if you're happy with that. And then what I wanna do is I wanna take that little oxer going this way, because then we're gonna change a little bit of the light coming towards you, especially like a little bit like sideways onto the glasses. And I wanna know how that feels, because right now you're still protected in the shade there, so you don't have any glare. But like once we move to there, then I want you to say like, okay, now it gets really weird because there's reflections or something like that. Then we know if we keep him on or we take him off.
Okay.
Okay. Off the left one more time to that little X-rail. Have a nice move up canter, but just remember, like don't turn too early. Like your straight approach is somewhere here. So this is where you want to stay. So you basically need to ride around me to get to the jump. Stay in your outside stirrup, and now you keep your chin up, and now you move her over. There you go, that was beautiful, really nice. Stay tall, don't stand in your stirrups, don't water ski. Okay, do that one more time. Just ride around me. Just remember, I'm a poor horse rider. I have insurance, but it's not great.
I already jumped you.
There you go.
Oh.
Nicely done. Oh, hands low, hands low, hands low. Just remember, when she comes up, your hand needs to go low. Okay, there was a good catch there. She wanted to move away from you a little bit too quick. But just remember, you don't want to hold the whole time, because she has a little bit of that tendency to then to start a tug-of-war with you. So you always want to be in the position where you take, but then you also have to give.
Oh.
Take and give. There you go. Good. Okay, downward transition into the walk properly.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Don't apologize to me, apologize to your horse.
Do it again. Good girl.
Deep seat. There you go. Much better.